Hello viewers, good afternoon and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We continue to take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe Judiciary and its workers are at loggerheads at this point in time. And the leaders of the Judiciary Service Commission or the Judicial Service Commission of Zimbabwe reportedly have gagged their workers who are complaining against poor working conditions whilst their bosses enjoy perks. Let us unpack what is happening. So according to the Newsday, they say disgruntled government workers under the Judicial Service Commission claim they've been gagged from complaining against the poor working conditions while their bosses enjoy perks. This is what is happening. And it's said, Team Zimbabwe, if you are a boss, you are guaranteed to an official car, you are guaranteed to fuel coupons, and also your allowances are much higher than of your subordinates. The benefits, whilst your subordinates do not get all those things. And remember, because of corruption, and that is an advantage to these people. So support staff then is left with no option. Do you know that in Zimbabwe, my magistrate vano driver mota dzenzara? I can tell you this, Team Zimbabwe, and it's said. So the support staff is all accused the Judicial Service Commission leaders for turning a deaf ear to their concerns while they threaten them with the dismissal if they speak about the labor injustices. And we need to have these things resolved, because you cannot continue to have a nation in Urarama, in Varushanda Judiciary, Vakadaro. If there is a labor dispute between inini nemushandu wangu kana kuti inini nemunhu wandinoshandira, I have to go to the courts such that that dispute is settled. But if we have the Judicial Service Commission failing to pay its workers or failing to address the concerns of its workers, am I going to get justice if my employer is mistreating me? Am I going to get justice from the same commission which is mistreating its own workers? So it is understood that magistrates and other senior managers were recently awarded 150 US allowance while the support staff was sidelined. This is not good to Zimbabwe. This is not good at all. So you would say that the leaders will continue to dismiss the allegations raised by workers, but this is the truth. They say that there is nothing like that happening in the JSC. But where are the salaries? Can they actually confirm if this is what's happening? Do you know that if you are working within the judiciary, you are not allowed to join any workers' union? Yes, that is the fact. Zimbabwe, amuna workers' union yevashandi vari mujudiciary. Whether you are a magistrate, whether you are support staff, or there is nothing like that. And if you dare to accuse them or to fight them, then you are in trouble. So you can actually see that this has been happening, and the authorities seems they do not care about these issues. But for how long are we going to continue to have? So Newsday heard that the JSC workers have, for the past 3 months, they have not been receiving pay slips. And if this is true, then there is a problem. So the disgruntled workers told Newsday that morale had hit rock bottom with the commission, as some employees were paid around 250 and around 500 zig. So this is what is happening. So we need to calculate 500 zig so as to understand equity in total. What is their amount? 500 zig divided by a total weight around 13, that is 38 US dollars. Then if you add it to 250 plus 250, that is 288 US dollars in total. How much are the rentals? At this point in time, my rentals are kudura 70 US dollars a room. Just imagine, Team Zimbabwe. Then you subtract 140 for 2 rooms, because you are left with 148. Food you get a mari. Right now, 10 kg a whoop, you get around $7. Saka, you just calculate Team Zimbabwe and see apana. What about transport kwenda kubasa on daily basis? What about chikafu chako che lunch? How are these people surviving? Ask yourself these questions. How are these people surviving? Things are going up each and every day, yet my salaries, they remain very, very, very low. And these people do not care. For a very long time, do you know that my salaries, they were not pensionable? And the authorities continue to turn a blind eye. It's because it's not happening to them, so they do not care. So as Zimbabwe, we need to get to a point where we make sure that those who are supposed to be protecting the law, protects the law dearly. It starts with you. You know, there is something which says charity begins at home. So how can the judiciary be able to deal with issues of others, outsiders, when they cannot deal with internal issues? We need to see judicial officers being paid well so that they don't embark on corrupt activities. Sometimes we blame these people for being corrupt, but how are they going to cope? How are they going to pay bills? How are they going to come to work? How are they going to wear nice clothes? Just imagine, they require you to be smart. They want you to be smart. They want you to wear clean clothes, and they want you to be punctual, but they don't want to pay you enough so that you can live a better life. This is a problem. So this problem is not only within the judiciary. This problem is across the board. But there is a major challenge. This is a separate commission. If you go to the other, we have Public Service Commission and we have Judicial Service Commission. These are two commissions. But the major issue is, why is it salaries of those within the Judicial Service Commission is determined by the Public Service Commission? That is a very big problem. There is a huge problem there. There is somebody who is overriding duties of others. Or there's simply ignorance from the Judicial Service Commission, or they just don't want to fix these issues. They just don't want to attend to matters of importance affecting their employees. For how long, Team Zimbabwe, are the people of Zimbabwe going to continue to suffer? When I look Malaba, they don't care. Look Malaba does not care. Because anopiwa mota hiyo panopera 5 years yake yekuenda umba kwake opiwa imwe mota panopera 5 years yake yenda umba kwake opiwa imwe mota. If you go to their houses, vakadzi vavo nevana vavo, they drive poor vehicles which are supposed to be driven by workers of the Judicial Service Commission. Unoona dzichidrive vana vakadzi vavo nevana vavo. To them it's normal because they are getting fuel coupons for 4 cars or 5 cars ari muno 1. Just imagine, guys. Just imagine people being subjected to such kind of life. We do not care. We will speak about these issues. We will continue to expose these things. But we want the Judicial Service Commission to lead by example. We want them to lead by example. So it is what it is. We'll continue to take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for coming. Let us meet in other episodes in other